good morning. Good morning to everyone here. GM, wherever you guys are dialing in from around the world. We're really excited to be here and share this space with all of you and introduce a very, very special person here at Ludo Labs, the midfield maestro himself, Miralem Pjanic, formerly with clubs like Roma, Juventus, Barcelona, currently plying his trade in Istanbul at Besiktas. So welcome, Miri. Happy for you to be here.
Hello, everybody. It's a pleasure. It's really a pleasure to be here and with all the fans, with all the people to share a moment all together.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think what we'll do is to kind of give everyone a little bit of background of why we're all on this space. I'll just give a brief introduction into Ludo Labs, and then we'll get to it. We've got some really exciting questions from the audience and our collectors and other community members who have joined the space. So Ludo Labs is a lifestyle NFT project centered around football, where the ownership of the NFT gets you access or membership, if you will, into a special community that benefits from exclusive interactions with some of the best players in the world, like Miralem Pjanic here on this call. Our core objective has always been to build a digital football community around the world of like-minded people who can be rewarded for their love of the game. And hence, that's why exactly we provide that actual true utility to our holders in the form of real-life experiences with our player partners. And so those could be experiences like personalized match-worn jerseys, shout-outs, VIP hospitality match tickets, playing games online with players, whether it's Fortnite or FIFA, and it's being streamed on Twitch, and even physical meetups and kickabouts. On the kickabout point one, hopefully coming up very soon. So stay tuned for that one. And to be clear, this has never been done before in the NFT space. And we're using NFTs as a bridge for fans to gain access into this community of collective people that love football and can be rewarded for that through insight and experiences into the game. And some of the people on this call are collectors who we're very fortunate to have had in from have already been able to meet players like Diogo Dalot and interact with, Mire, Dalot, Jeremiah St. Jude Discord, get signed jerseys, go to games. And that's really for us what's important is that the NFT itself is a vessel to be able to create that bridge between fans and football players. And we're still minting. We're live on Ludo Labs IO. The cost of entry into this club is around 0.15 ETH plus gas. And for us, what's been so amazing so far is that we've had such an intimate community that's really come together and has continued to come back on and on and on. And so without further ado, Miri, welcome again. Just for all of you who are tuning in, we're here live with Miralem Pjanic and Ludo Labs to talk about full Web3 NFTs and a couple of updates for you guys. And I think we'll start with a couple questions from the Ludo Labs site and then bring up some collectors onto the stage. How does that sound, Miri?
Perfect. I can't wait. Let's start.
Amazing. So the first one, look, is you've achieved such grand success at the top of the game, all around the world. How do you keep that passion and drive to keep going as you continue to achieve and achieve and achieve?
As you told, it's first of all a passion. It was a dream since I was a kid at the same age as my son. He was like 6, 7, 8 years old, and I was always with a ball. It was always just a dream, And then it became serious, with the time. I got always better and better. My passion was just amazing, great. Also at school, I had always the ball with me, and for me it was just something that I have to reach, And for me, it was a dream to be a football player. Once I achieved this in my life with 17 years old in Metz, for me it was just like, wow. It just starts now, but it's just the beginning, because I want to be one of the best players in the world. I want to play for the best teams in the world, and I can't accept that someone else can be better than me on my position. So I was always, it was a passion, but it's a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, a lot of love that I put behind all my career. And today I'm still passionate about what I'm doing. It's just amazing, and I just love what I do, And every day I go to the training happy, trying to make me better, to be a better player, and to also now with my age, with my experience, give something to these young players who are growing, give them some help and everything. So for me, it's just all fantastic what I could live in my during my career, to play for all these great clubs, starting from Metz, going to Lyon, the best team in France at that time, moving then to Rome, where I had 5 amazing years, and it was really difficult to leave this place. But I did at the end a great choice, because I go to Juventus, who was a fantastic club, the best in this moment. We won everything. I played the final of Champions League. I reached, I think, everything what I could, and then at the end I choose to go to Barcelona, who is one of the greatest clubs in the world. I think that every single kid and every single person in the world could dream of this career. And for me, being here today in Turkey in Besiktas is also something fantastic, because I came to the champion of Turkey, seeing all these amazing fans, this amazing passion here for football players, just amazing. So uh, it's all great what happened to me, but it's also a lot of dedication. But I'm still here, and I want still to play, and I love what I do. So I think that I can play a couple of more years, and I will do all my best to be good on the pitch.
Love that. Love that. No, thank you very much. I think that a lot of people can resonate with that same principle when, even it goes to anything, whether it's football or outside of football, and really kind of giving it your all to really get to the highest levels within your own respective field. And that's a really interesting one, Neri, because, as a professional footballer, there's obviously a massive time commitment towards the game, and rightly so. But how important has it been personally to have taken time to also focus on things, outside of football and educate yourself about business and life beyond football? I mean, one of the big things, which for me has been so impressive, obviously knowing you for so long, is that you speak every language in the world, it seems like. So, getting that ability to have traveled the world and learning about cultures and what it means to be a footballer, but also a human being in the society. I mean, how has that been in terms of your own journey?
I think that being a great player is normally also being a great person. I had the chance that I have a great education from my parents. I know from where I came, from where my parents came, how we start. My parents, they left the Bosnia before the war without nothing, and they came to Luxembourg just to work, to having a normal family, to giving us to eat, to giving us a house and everything. So I know exactly from where I am, and I never forget that. And my thanks to my parents, because they give me this education and all of that. And I'm speaking all this language, but because I think it's a kind of respect when you come to a country. For example, when I go to France or Italy or Spain, that I have to speak their language, because I'm in their country, and I have to respect all the people, their laws and everything. It's a kind of respect, and I think that the most important thing in the life is the respect to the persons, to the people, whoever we are. I'm just of course, I'm maybe a great player. I may be the people, they know me on the streets, but I'm just a person like every other, and I treat me like that. I'm not different, and for me, it's something that I want also to make sure that my son will grow the same, because in life the most important thing is to have respect to everyone who respects you, of course, also. And doing something out of football for me was always important, and since I started playing football, my first investment was buying a house, for example, with 17 years old. But this is also thanks to my parents, because they was thinking like that. I was maybe too young to think so far in front in the future, but my parents, my dad, he was always thinking to assecurate my life, the life of everybody, but first of all my life. And I started with 17, 18 years old, and I continued till today. So maybe 15 years later, I can just say thank you to my parents, to my father, that they brought me to the right way. Today I'm doing a lot of things out of the football, a lot of investments, a lot of businesses, because it's interesting, and it's also new challenges in the life. As a football player, I had a lot of challenges, great things to achieve, and I want to do the same route after my career in the business world. So I try to invest as much as I possible in the right way. I have a brother who is investing and who is on my side too. We are working together, and it's great. So I can just be happy with my sister, brother, and parents to work all together in the family, because it's always better when you can do it in the family. And knowing new persons, new people, learning what happens in the world is something really interesting. So I'm really active in a lot of kind of things, and yeah, but that is the most of that is thanks to my parents, of course, because they put me in the right way.
Absolutely, absolutely. Couldn't agree more. And I think that, even looking back at our own kind of the genesis of our own relationship and seeing the types of investments that you've gotten into over time, over the course of the last 5, 6 years, it just
Yeah.
continues to compound. And I think that's where learning when you move to different countries and, taking that time out, which is something you've done, is nothing short of commendable.
That's exactly that. We know each other also now a couple of years, and we are doing great work together. But as you said, I traveled a lot. I saw a lot of countries, a lot of cultures, a lot of people, and meeting people. You can learn always a lot. I'm not the most clever. I'm not the smartest, but I'm always there to listen and to trying to take the best. And of course, sometimes in the life you have to take risks. It's normal. It's part of the life. But investing in the right things, I think that everybody should do that, because in the future you have to try to see a little bit what's going to be happen in the next 5-10 years, and then you will have great results, I think. And that's how I'm thinking, and how I hope to do great things in the future.
For sure, for sure. So speaking about risk and I guess a sector in the world which people are increasingly learning about, I want to ask you about crypto and NFTs because you've been in this space for quite some time now and you've started to learn a lot more about it. I mean, what are your views in terms of how you got involved and think this is going?
Okay, it's around 1 year, 1.5 that I'm now in, and the last year I'm intensively in. But it's mostly my brother who introduced me to the idea of what NFTs and the Web3 are. It was really complicated at the beginning, but once I understood the basic concepts of it, I saw the potential and wanted to get inside this, which led me to me purchasing my first app also a few months ago. And it was an amazing choice that I did, because okay, I sold it a couple of months later, because I did a good profit. So but this NFT world is really crazy, and it's really crazy what happens all around the world. And I'm really intensively interested in this, and searching every day new projects, really nice projects, and I really trust in it. And what means crypto and NFTs, I think that's the future, and for sure I'm gonna be involved for the next years. That's 100% sure. Yeah.
For sure. I mean, just for everyone, let it be known. I mean, you were one of the first athletes to buy an ape. I remember when you got into BAYC, it was pretty much just you, LaMelo Ball, and Steph Curry. I think it was just after Steph Curry that you bought it, right? I mean, you were the first footballer for sure.
Yeah, can be. I saw that Steph Curry he's into, but yeah, I was maybe one of the first. But for sure, in the next couple of months, I'm gonna be in again, because as I thought, it's really crazy. This NFT world is fantastic, and I'm really in love with it, and I'm sure that in the future, the NFT is gonna be the future. That's sure.
For sure. So just before we bring some of our collectors and others onto the stage, I wanted to ask you, and maybe I think it's important for others to kind of hear this, is what made you get interested in Ludo Labs? I mean, obviously, besides from the fact that your brother as well is a co-founder in the project, but what was really kind of the interesting point around why you decided to join us?
First of all, you know why? Because the most important thing is that I know how many fans and how much people love football, and the most important thing is that you can reach contact with all these fans through the Ludo Labs. That is the specific point why, and it's the Ludo Labs is also the only one who has. Who do these projects. You can really be close to the player. I was a fan too once when I was young. I have idols and everything, but there was no way to be in contact with all these superstars, stars, and everything. So Ludo Lab's gonna have a crazy project in the future, and it will be really great things in the future. So for me, it's really important. It's a way also to be closer to my fans. To as you said at the beginning, sometimes letting them let having the fans great experience makes me really happy. And Ludo Labs give the chance to the fans to be close to us, to be close to their idols of their teams. We have now a lot of players in Ludo Labs, but a lot of other will come for sure. And yeah, it's just an amazing project. And when we was speaking about it, I was absolutely convinced that we have to do that because the fans are gonna love it.
100%, 100%. So, Miri, we're going to start to bring some collectors onto the stage. And for all of you guys who have just tuned in, this is Miralem Pjanic and Ludo Labs live on Twitter Spaces talking about football, Web3, and Ludo Labs. And Ludo Labs are still minting. We're still live. You can go to our website, which is ludolabs.io, and you can come in 0.15 ETH. Without further ado, I'm going to start bringing some collectors onto the stage. So if I call your name out, please request to speak so that I can accept you to bring you onto the stage. We're going to start with Edits8, the Perp King. Are you here, Edits8, the Perp King? Let's see, are you in the requests? Not yet. We will move to the next question then in that regard. Fiago, I can see you up here as well. I'm going to send you an invite to come up to the stage. Fiago, are you here? If you just accept the invitation that I just sent across for you to join as a speaker, then you should be able to come up. Or if you request to come up yourself.
Hey everyone, can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Awesome, thank you so much for being here. I'm Fiago, maybe you guys know me from Instagram, YouTube, whatever, maybe you might not. Anyway, super glad to be here, to have this chance to also speak to you, Miralem. Nice to meet you. Big
Hello.
Juventus fan. And yeah, so I asked my community yesterday when I told them that I was going to talk to you. They gathered a ton of questions that they are curious to ask you about. I collected 2 or 3 that might be interesting. So if you don't mind, we would just start off and I would ask you a couple of things. All right, so first of all, a question about football. You've played in a lot of big leagues, amongst others Liga, Serie A, and La Liga. Which league would you say, or did you experience as the strongest or most challenging? And what are the general differences for you between these 3?
Between the French, Italian, and
exactly,
Spain. Yeah. Oh, I can speak, of course, of these 3 leagues and also of a couple of Champions League games. But of course, French league is a really difficult league. It's really athletic. It's not easy at all. It's really complicated league. I started with 17 and I left with 21. But I learned a lot. There are a lot of physically. It's not so tactically like Italy. Italy is really difficult to score goals because every team is really prepared. They are working for every day tactically. I know these smaller teams, they are really difficult to affront because they are trying to stay perfectly on the pitch, to make the spaces small. They study really in the right way the opponent, and they have the Italian coaches. I think that they are doing great jobs. It's really difficult to play against them. So what means in Spain I was for a year, and of course playing against Barcelona was always like the other teams are scared. If you have Messi in your team or Cristiano Ronaldo in your team, of course they're going to defend. They're going to try to don't give them space, to don't give you the ball, to stay behind and trying to play the counter attack. But I think that the Italian league is really difficult. It's not an easy league at all. And from my experience, I think that the Italian league was the difficult league that I played during my career. But of course, football today is not easy at all. You play in France, you play in Spain, you play wherever in Turkey. Today, playing in whoever is not easy. But if I have to choose one, of course, Italy. I think that's the difficult league. 2, playing against the opponents, because I told you again, they are not giving space. They're working a lot tactically, and they are good, really good.
Wow, great insight. And that also proves what we often hear about the tactical strength of Serie A. Thank you so much. one more question would be a rather personal one. It's being reported quite often that your childhood idol was Zinedine Zidane. Is that correct? Or am I mistaken?
If Zinedine Zidane was one of my idols,
Yeah, growing up.
oh yeah, of course he was one of my idols. Watching the World Cup in France in '98 was one of my first great tournaments that I really watched, and I understand the football, and I was like really in love. I was watching the final, and I saw that Zizou he scores this 2 goals, and his football after that was just amazing. He makes football look so easy, but how easy he thinks that's the most difficult way to play football, and that's why I loved how he played, because he makes everything look so simple, but the simple things are the most difficult in the football, because today everybody's trying to making I don't know whatever in the pitch, but players like Zizou, Xavi, Iniesta, these kind of players, I was always in love with them because they play 1, 2, 3 touch football, and that is how I see football, and that's why Zizou was one of my greatest idols that I had.
Fantastic, fantastic. We could also say that you might have taken some inspiration from him for your free kicks, maybe. Is that true?
Yeah. You have just to work.
Awesome.
I was just working during all my career for free kicks, and of course, as I always told, free kicks can be an important thing during the game when the games are tough, difficult, no spaces. As I told before, a free kick can decide the game. So I was always working for it, trying to be good, and I scored some goals. Yeah.
Awesome. And then maybe one last thing that my community was especially interested in. Did you also have a kind of favorite club growing up?
Sorry again, because I don't hear so good.
Sorry. Did you also have a favorite football club growing up? If yes, what was it?
If I had a favorite football club?
Yeah.
Oh, I always loved when I start really loving football. I was 7, 8 years old, and then I start really to love football. So watching the French national team winning this World Cup, or seeing Barcelona how they was playing with Pep Guardiola, was just like wow. I was just dreaming to be once in this team, because you saw all these players was like once they was just looking one to each other, and they know exactly where they want the ball, and that was the thing I was always dreaming to playing in this kind of teams. I think that the greatest team that I saw playing and playing against them was for sure the Barcelona of Guardiola.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Understandable. Thank you so much, Miralem, for taking your time to answer. And I guess I'll give back to the host. Thanks for having me, Ludo Labs.
Super. Thanks very much, Fiago, for coming up. I know that you had a good time as well at the Supercoppa Italia final as one of the collectors that won utility and experience. Moving to I guess the next collector here. So we have Count Mothula, aka Jamed, on our Discord. If you want to come up to the stage now. Count Mothula, are you there? I think you're off speaker, Count Mathula. Oh, went off the stage. Maybe we'll move to the next one for now, which was Adits 8. Are you there?
Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Fantastic. All right. Well, pleasure to meet you, Mr. Miralem Pjanic. Thank you so much for doing this.
Pleasure's mine.
I have a couple of questions. So, obviously, you don't get a chance to chat with professional football players all the time. I wanted to ask you, what have been some of your favorite parts about being a professional footballer?
I think that one of the greatest moments for me being a football player was the day that I really stepped the first time in a real professional stadium and for the first team was with Metz. I was 17 years old and 3 months. It was really not expected that I start that year for the first team, but the first team coach, he just called me, and 3 days after I was entering in a game against PSG. 2007, August 2007, for me was the great moment. I think one of the greatest moments that I have during my career, because I was like, wow, in front of 30,000 people. For me, was like, wow, the dream is coming true. Another moment was 2019, I think, against Real Madrid with Lyon. I was 19 years old, and I eight final against Real Madrid Champions League with Lyon. and I scored the decisive goal against Real Madrid. We put them out against the Cristiano was there. I think Kaká, Higuain, I don't know who else was there in the team, and we put them out. That was, I think, one of the greatest moments that I had, because I was really young and everything came so fast for me, and was just like a dream. And yeah, then I had a lot of other great moments, winning titles, playing fantastic other stadiums. It was like beautiful. But this too was really specific, because yeah, the first time on a professional field, and then scoring in the Bernabeu against Real Madrid was a fantastic feeling.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I have just one or two more. You answered my question about how you got into NFTs. So the other question I'd love to ask is, you've played with phenomenal players in your career, part of great teams.
Yeah.
Are there any teams in history that you think you would have loved to play in?
No, I played in for me, the greatest, Of course, there are a lot of other great teams around the world. There are Manchester United, for example. They are Real Madrid, Barcelona, Juventus, Bayern, München. These kind of teams are institutions, These are the greatest teams of the world. But I played in two of them. So what can I ask more? I cannot.
Well, the question is more historical teams. So, would you want to maybe play in Barcelona with Ronaldinho, or at Real with Zidane? That type of historical
yeah, of
team.
course. As I told before, of course, my dream would be to play in that time with the team of Guardiola, being in this midfield there, but it was really difficult, because seeing the players who they had would just be like, wow, impossible. But being in that team there would be me, of course, because I think there was like making all the football fans crazy and in love with football, because how they played football all together was just amazing.
Awesome. And I have one last one from a friend of mine who wants to know, how was it facing Jurien Timber of Ajax? How do you rate him as a talent?
Ajax, I played many times against them. Now playing with them now with Besiktas, we played against them, and they are always fantastic young players coming out, and year per year they are like doing great work, that they're gonna put out a lot of other great players, and playing against them also, if maybe at the beginning we don't know these young players, they are just fantastic players, and they are doing such great work in Ajax the last couple of years. And I had the experience with Juventus. We had a fantastic team, but they was just the two games the better team, and they just put us out. And I think if one team could play against Liverpool that year was Ajax, and they got out against Tottenham in the semi-final, but because they didn't have the experience. But that was an amazing team, and Ajax gonna be. I'm just impressed in love also how they play football.
Well, thank you so much.
No problem.
Super. Some good questions there. Thanks, Adits 8. I saw Count Matula, you came back to the stage, aka Jamid. Do you want to unmute? Are you here?
Yes, hello.
Hello.
Thank you. Sorry, having some technical difficulties, but Grande Mire, we miss you in Turin.
Oh, yeah.
It's such a pleasure and honor to speak to you, following your career and the impressive career that you've had so far. My one question is, to start, you've played under many coaches in your career. Is there a coach that really sticks out, or you would say made the biggest impact on your career, and who would that be?
Yeah, I had the chance, to work with a lot of great coaches, but if I have to choose one, I would choose Allegri. I make big steps with him, and he make me a better player. He showed me how to see football in another way, and I got a better player with him. I'm sure of that, and I had a great relationship together. We understand each other really good, and the 3 years that we had together was 3 amazing years. We won everything in Juventus. We played the final of Champions League. Of course, you have always people who are not happy because we couldn't win the Champions League, but reaching a final, winning the titles in the Serie A, the Italian cups, the Super Cups. and all of that, making great games in the Champions League with this coach was just amazing. We had a great team, a great coach, and I think that he makes me progressing a lot. Then another one was also, but I just 1 year to work with him, was Luis Enrique in Roma. I saw in him something special, and he was a really great coach. And he brought me to Italy for my first year. He was the person who want me at all cost, And I had a great year also with him. Unfortunately, just for a year, but it was a great year, and I learned also a lot from him.
Super. Yeah, no, both of those coaches were just unbelievable. And I think that, everyone has their own playing styles that you can continue to adapt and grow and learn the game in a different way to kind of mold your own game.
I had a great, also Sarri was a good coach, Spalletti was a good coach, Rudy Garcia, he was a good coach. So I had really a lot of good coaches during my career.
For sure. Cool. I think we have actually another familiar face on the stage here. Ahmed Al Saraf is also on the stage. Are you there, Ahmed?
Hi everyone. Hi Miri.
Who is this? I don't know this guy.
How's it going?
Great. Spending good time here with all the people.
I'm happy. Well, if you don't mind, I'd like to ask some questions for you, and maybe we can share it with everyone if that's okay.
Yeah.
So let's take an example of football today has been totally different and has changed in 5 years massively, or maybe let's say 10 years. What would be your biggest advice to the younger footballers who want to become professional football players, and what would you advise them in terms of taking the next steps, and how disciplined should they be?
Football is being. You have no time to reflect, to thinking. You have to see everything before. The players, they're starting to pressing during all the games. So it's really intensive. It's getting really intensive, especially the great games in Champions League, more and more. But of course, you can, as I thought, for the youngest players, they have to be serious to working on everything. For the strikers in front of the goal, for the midfielders, the passing, defenders also defending, and working after every game, seeing, of course, what you did bad during the game and trying to not do it anymore. Because all of us, the greatest player in the world, they are learning every day. They are trying to get better and learning from the mistakes, And that's how a player grows, when you're accepting to be criticized and to try to be better the next game. But for the youngest players, of course, always respecting everybody, working, believing in himself, and respecting the people with who you are working and the opponents too, And as I told, nothing is impossible, You have always to try to be better, to getting better, to accept sometimes going down, falling, and having bad periods, because every player had the bad moments during his career. There are moments like that. But the most important thing also, I think, that for a football player, with all this pressure that you have, all these people who are talking every day, saying sometimes also, sorry for the word, bullshit and everything, in the head, how you are mentally, the most important thing, always believing in yourself, listening to your coach, and being strong in your head. That's the most important thing, because during the career, you have not just opponents on the field, you have opponents everywhere, in the newspaper, in the TV, on the internet, everything. You can see of a lot of things, but you have to be strong. Going through that, and being strong, always working, and that's the only way to being successful.
Yeah, true. Absolutely. One last question I have before I leave the mic back to you guys. To all the parents out there that want their kids to become professional football players, I must say, we've been very fortunate to know how your father has played a big role in your life. And now you speak 7 different languages. What would be the best advice you would give to all the parents who want their kids to become professional players from a young age? And what do you suggest them to do?
To support, first of all, to support their kids, being behind them, and letting what the most important thing I think I had a lot of important moments in my life, but always the moments, the real moments when I have to change something in my life, changing country, changing clubs, choosing My father, he told me, Mire, you choose. Whatever happens, I will be behind you. I will not choose for you. You're gonna choose where your head are saying to go. And it was like this, when I was 17. I was with 17 in the house of Uli Hoeneß in Bayern and everything. They want to sign me. But my feeling inside me, he told me, no, I have to go to Metz. Because when I was to Metz for 7 days, what I feel there with them, spending 7 days with them, my heart, they told me, Mire, you have to go there. This is your choice. You have to play for Metz because it was the right way. Maybe with 17, doing this big step going to Bayern was too big for me. And also like this, when I was leaving France to going to Rome, I was calling a coach that I have with 16 years old in an academy in Metz. And this coach, he loved me a lot, and he grew me a lot as a player, and he knew me exactly. And when I was asking him, what do you think is the right choice to leave France, going to Italy? He told me, Mira, you have to go. Don't be worried. You are better than all them. And I go, and I was always like doing how I felt. So the parents has to think about what the kid feel inside him, and then let them choose. And then when they grows, everything will come. Not always thinking about money. Money will come. That's not the most important thing for the young players. I think choosing the right way, the right career way is more important than at the beginning taking maybe a little bit more of money and after being nowhere. So supporting them, let them choose, and being behind them, nothing more. You can do nothing more because the player then they have to do all the rest. They have to train, they have to give themselves, they have to believe, and it's not the parents who can play for them.
Absolutely, very, very wise words to the parents out there, and I think that you're kind of setting an example in that space, very much so with your own son as well as a young kid. So we have another collector here, Gianluca, also known as Glovu, on our Discord server. If you want to unmute, are you there, Gianluca?
Hello, everyone. Hello, Mira. Super nice to meet you digitally. Super fan here, Juventus fan. Actually, I entered Ludo Labs with you and Paulo. So
Yeah, great.
super nice to meet you. I wanted to make you two questions. One was, as a Juventus fan, we will dream to have you as a pianist in our midfield again. Will you consider turning back, maybe reducing a salary? I understand that this is a delicate topic, but I don't know how else we can have you back, and it will be a dream.
For me, Juventus is home. I love this club. I love the fans. I love all the people there. I spent 4 amazing years there, and I feel really great. Me and my family, we are still, of course, Juventus fans, and we love the city. We love the place. We love Italy. I love Italy, and I spent, like I said, 9 years in Italy. Living Italy for me was a difficult choice, but I think in the life sometimes you have to do difficult choices. You have to take difficult choices and change something in your life, accepting new challenges, and that was what I did. For me, going back to Juventus, the salary was never something that not important for me. I think for me, during the mercato, we know there was speaking a lot. It was never a question about money. It was just like other things. Which is complicated maybe to speak now, but what can I say is that I really, as all you know, I love Juventus. I spent great time there. I'm following them. On Sunday I will be in Milano. I'm gonna watch the Milan Juventus on the stadium in San Siro. It will be a great game, and I will be happy to see all these great players on the pitch.
Incredible. You are a role model, not just as a father, as a player, but as a human being. You talk a lot about respect, and I'm a triple fan right now. Thank you for that. And one more question, more into you. Like, what was your favorite dish in Italy? What's your favorite food?
La pasta è buonissima, qualunque.
Sempre. Grazie mille.
Actually, if I may just jump here very quickly and say a very funny story. So the very first time when I visited Barcelona and I got the chance to see Mire, the restaurant that I thought he would actually take me was to a Spanish restaurant. He took me to an Italian restaurant to have pasta, which was very surprising. And
which one? I live in Barcelona. It will be really nice to know it.
I was Italy, always pasta.
Forza, Mira.
Ciao, grande.
Super. So we have someone else actually as well up on the stage. Hasib, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Super.
So thank you guys for allowing me the opportunity to speak. And Hi, Miralem. It's nice to meet you virtually. I'm a big fan. I've been following you since the end of your Mets career and early Lyon days. And yeah, you're probably annoyed by me. I tweet you every now and then. But yeah. So yeah, I do have a few questions. Actually, one of them is in regards to the national team. I was just gonna ask, what do you think about our chances to qualify for another major tournament? I know we have a good team. We have really good depth, and with talent like Ahmed Hodzic, as you can see in my profile picture,
Yeah.
Hadja Kadunic, and all these other guys. Do you think we have a good chance to qualify?
Yeah, I think that Bosnia, we have now again starting to have a good team. As you said, playing like Amel and all these other new young players, gonna help a lot. Of course, they need experience and everything, but I think that the next tournament we can have chances to be back again on a great tournament because yeah, we were unlucky a lot of times. We played playoffs. A lot of playoffs we lost. We were unlucky and we lost. We had great players. We have just made one big tournament was the World Cup in Brazil. It was a great, amazing experience for us players, but for all the country was something amazing. And I hope that we can get live this again for our country, for our fans first of all, but also for us. I hope that for next European we will be part of the tournament, and because as I told, we have a new generation who is growing and coming up, who is not bad at all. We just need experience of big games, and I think that now the last couple of games that we played, the guys are having. Showing great things, and I hope that for the next tournament we will be there too.
Yes, thank you. I
Super.
agree. And I
Super.
have one more question and a half I'd like to ask you, if that's okay as well. It might have already been asked, but I came in here a little bit long, so I will just do it, or a little bit later. Sorry, so I'll just do it as quick as I can. Obviously at Roma, your position was a little bit different. You were more attacking oriented. You were a little bit more forward in the midfield. But now, since your transformation to Juventus, you're more of a regista and like deep lying playmaker. Which position did you prefer more, if you had a
Yeah,
preference?
no, I play in Rome. I play like a number 8. I was close to the box. I was like more attacking than today. Then like now 5 6 years when I moved to Juventus, and when Allegri he took me, he want to be the next Pirlo. He told me there was taking me to have the next Pirlo there in front of the defense, number 5, number 6. And yeah, I love this place now. I'm playing this now for the last 5 6 years, and I'm now I know exactly how to play. It's now difficult for me. Of course, it's not a problem to change and being. I prefer to play in front of the defense like number 6 than number 8.
Super. Super. Cool. We'll just do a couple more questions incoming now. So we have Edvin Yevtich. Are you
Yeah,
on the
hello.
stage?
Yeah.
Hello, Mira.
Hello.
Thanks to meet you. It's a pleasure. If some members here remember, some months ago we had a small event where people recreated your goals or assists and sent them into the Discord. And what I was wondering is, what was for you yourself your best goal you have ever scored?
My beautiful, the maybe the most important, as I told before, was against Real Madrid when I was in Lyon. It was really important goal because especially I was like just 19. I start playing the big games, the Champions League and everything. For me, was something amazing and new. I came to the Bernabeu for the first time, and I scored this important goal, and we put out Real Madrid, a big Real Madrid. They had Cristiano Ronaldo, they had Kaká, they brought all these great players, and we put them out of the eighth finals. But of course, if I have to say, the beautiful goal was with maybe Roma in a friendly game in the US. I scored like maybe a goal from 55 60 meters, but it was just a friendly game, so I was unlucky. But if I have to choose, the beautiful goal was this one.
Thank you very much.
Nice. That was a great one. Before I bring on the next speaker, JD, just a quick one. I think that we had Dejan Lovren in the audience.
Oh yeah.
Dejan, if you're here and if you want to come up, please feel free to come up and say hello. Just request to us. Cool. So, Phil Shady, are you on the stage? Nah, and AAH? Can you hear us? NAH, we can't hear you. I think there might be a mic issue for you. We can hear you.
Hey, great to share the stage with you, Miralem. Awesome to hear all the stories
Hello.
about your past and how you've been raised up. I had a few questions about that. What are life learnings that you want to share? But I think you covered that part already. It was great about to hear how your dad groomed you up. I have the next question I would like to have is like, what do you like to do when you're not playing or practicing football?
Oh, the most of my time my free time I'm spending with my family. I was trying to be with my son, going with him on training, spending time with him, playing, learning him, teaching, speaking with him. So because we are a lot traveling, playing games, not being always at home. So being with him, giving him my time is the most beautiful thing that I can do. Of course, if I have time to travel, being a little bit more with my family, spending also time with me. Holidays, I want always a little bit be to switch my phone off. Spending time with my family, being far from all what is happening here around me, like everything. Just switching off and enjoying that time, because the time flies, and all this time we can't live it again. So all this time that I have free with the time who's coming, I just want to be with them. And that's the most important thing for me. But I think that now in the next, I don't know how many years I'm gonna play more, I will have a lot of time for them, spending more time and to be with them.
Awesome. Glad to hear that, man. You are a family man. Good to know.
Super.
Yeah, I have friends all around the world. As I told, I traveled a lot. I played in a lot of clubs. When my friends are here, I love to spend also time with them, because I know, as I told, football, of course, is really important for me. I have to be the most as professional as I can, but spending time with them, going a little bit out in restaurants, spending time with friends is also a really important thing to me. Having my time a little bit, not speaking just about football, but about other things are really important for me, because also for my head, having always just football in the head, it's not the best way to be focused and to be fresh mentally for playing. Sometimes you have also to switch off, speaking about other things, just enjoying the life, spending sometimes with them. For me, is important.
Definitely, 100% agree with you.
Yeah.
Super.
My other question is like, would you like to share any fun moments or banters from the dressing room?
Oh yeah. A lot of things happens in the dressing room, a lot of funny things. But if I have to say something, I don't know, a funny guy and a good friend of me is Blaise Matuidi, and this guy, I think he's the funniest guy that I played with, because this guy, he come to the training. Okay, we finished the training. We just going to his to the locker room and to his place, and just for example, putting him socks, one black, one white, and he's not seeing that he's putting one black, one white. He's just dressing up and going as like nothing happens, or the t-shirt in the wrong way. He's not seeing that we turned his t-shirt on the wrong way. He's just going out and laughing and like not seeing that we did it with him. But he's a really good guy, a really good friend. But he's for sure the happiest guy, the funniest guy that I know.
Hilarious guy. No, he's a hilarious guy. By the way, I think we have Dejan Lovren on the stage.
Oh, great.
Dejan, if you want to unmute, you'll be able to speak.
I just love to listen to Miralem, my good old friend.
Oh, Paris, this guy is the biggest businessman in the world. I had so much fun with him, but I'm really happy for the career that he did. He played in the biggest teams in the world. He won Champions League and everything. And I think that today also with Croatia, they are doing great things. And it's also thanks to leaders like him. And he's a really good example also for young kids, how to go away from maybe the country where he starts and everything, and then play in the biggest clubs in the world and achieve all what he achieved. he's a great example too. So I'm happy to hear him here today.
Brate moj, thank you very much for these kind words. You know where we started, how we've been treated in some clubs, but you know everything pays off when you work hard behind the scenes. You know that that life is not about looking forward; it's about how you come up after the difficult time. You know, so everyone knows that we had ups and downs, but that's why we
in the life
succeeded. Yes, of course, that's simple.
It's like this. But happy to hear you. But all good there, yeah.
Yeah, everything good. We are in the preseason now in Dubai.
Okay.
Welcome,
Everything good.
Brate.
It's sunny, Zenit, no, in St. Peter. Sunny.
It's minus, I don't know, minus 10 now, but we are starting at in February against in Europa League now. We are in Europa League against Betis.
Okay.
But yeah, no, everything good. I enjoy. Really good here.
Enjoy. Stay with family, yeah.
No, yeah, everything good. Everything good. Everyone is enjoying. So that's the most important thing.
Great, Brate. Greetings to your family, okay?
Thank you, brother. Thank you. You too, bro.
Yeah, Khan, it's a pleasure to have you, Brate, and good to hear your voice.
Thank you very much. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much for coming up. Great to see you, and hope to see you as well in the Ludo Labs team soon.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Super. So we'll get the last question coming up from the audience now, and then we'll give a couple of updates that for everyone that's been coming in and out. It's been a really, really fun one. We've been chatting with Miralem Pjanic and talking about football, his experiences, Web3, Ludo Labs. So to bring in the last question in from the US, Roli, are you there? Roli, do you want to unmute?
Yes. Can you? No, I'm unmuted. Yeah, can you hear me?
It's okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
I just have a simple. Yeah. So thanks for being here and for being one of the players that are part of the project. It's really great. It's an awesome project. I just have a simple question. Generally, when you ask people Messi or Ronaldo, they have very biased answers because they've only played with one of the two players. As someone who's played with both, who do you think? Okay, who do you prefer playing with? I'm gonna say it like that. Who do you prefer playing with?
Oh, it's a good question. You know, it's yeah. I'm lucky, of course, that I play with not just them, a lot of other great players. But of course, if we are speaking about maybe the two greatest players, or two of the five greatest players of all the time, and Messi and Ronaldo are just unbelievable. I saw the dedication from Cristiano, you know, daily, every day, what he's doing for his own self, to being better, to do all what he's doing now at that age, to being one of the best players, or maybe the best for someone in the world. He is just amazing. He's just, if I can give to one young player an example, just like look Ronaldo, listen to Ronaldo, and you can't do something wrong, because this guy is doing really everything to be just perfect, and he was perfect. He is perfect, and I'm really happy because out of football, he's an amazing person. He's a great guy. He's a really simple guy, a family guy. He's always with his family, but also in the dressing locker room, he's like a fantastic guy, joking, always with the team, really professional, super teammate, and a fantastic player. I really enjoyed to play with him. Messi is something that I think God he give him this perfection. You know, how he's playing, how he's passing, how he's scoring. Everything looks so easy with him. Of course, he's working too, but not the same way I think that is Ronaldo. Ronaldo, he built his physique, he built everything what he did, you know, by himself. You know, by Messi, I have this feeling that what he has, how he is playing, that everything God gives him, and this simplicity. But these two guys are playing for 15 years now and being the best players in the world for 15 years. That's really great for football, for the young players, for kids. And both of them are really good guys, fantastic teammates. And yeah, it's really difficult to choose because they're different. But I enjoyed really to play with both of them. It's difficult, you know. It's a difficult choice. As I thought before, if you have to build a young player, I would send him to Cristiano. Listen to him, do whatever he said to you, because you will be. He says nothing wrong. You know, he's doing everything to be the best in the world, and he's You have, yeah. He's always challenging himself to be, giving himself a new challenge, scoring every game, to be the best. Simply, he wants to be the best of all the time, not just at the moment, but he wants to be the greatest of all the time. That is his goal, and he's doing everything to be like that. And I just have a lot of respect to this guy because he deserves it, because he's doing really everything. And if we speak about Leo is, you go on the pitch and you just like, you open your mouth, you said like, wow, what he's doing, this guy is like unbelievable. He's just wow, crazy. He just, I think if he says today I'm gonna score 3 goals, he's gonna score 3 goals, because he's like this. He's like just unbelievable.
100%. Miri, I said it was the last question, but you've got a huge fan and collector from Ludo Labs worldwide, who's a 6'5" boxer, and I'm terrified of him. So, he's going to be coming up to the stage now to ask you a question. And actually, for those in the audience, once you see his little custom NFT, he's gotten a custom NFT of himself built with the Bosnian national team jersey on it. So, worldwide, welcome to the stage.
Great.
Hello everyone, and thank you for this. Ciao Pjanic, kako si?
Dobro, brate, ti?
Dobro. Trebam da pitam na engleski. My question is, what is your favorite game for Bosnia that you played?
You know, I speak about Bosnia a little bit because it's always a pleasure for me to speak about from Bosnia. Bosnia is a country that I choose to play for. I had opportunities to play Luxembourg, Bosnia, but my heart was always beating for Bosnia. When I was a younger kid, we traveled from Luxembourg thousands of kilometers to watch Bosnia. I had my idols, was Barbares, was Salihamidzic, was a lot of other great players. And for me, when I saw these fans in the stadium, it was like, just Papa, I want to play once here and having all my family in the ground, in the stadium, And when I had this opportunity, this chance to play one day for my national team, it was no doubt for me. When Raymond Domenech, the coach from France, he called me, I told like, no, sorry, but I choose Bosnia. For me, it's a dream, and I want to play for my country. He said like, okay, I respect your choice, no problem, and everything. But for me, it was clear since first day I want to play for my country, and we did a lot of great games, with Bosnia. Of course, the last years I have a lot of responsibilities because a lot of great players they left, a lot of experienced players they left. So everything, a lot of this weight are going on me, on Eddie and Zeko. We have the most of responsibilities of the team now, but it's not easy because to qualify for great tournaments, you need of course great players, but you need experienced players who know to play some kind of games, and we are always close the last years, but we are not there, and being there, we need this something, but this something is a lot. And I think that now these young guys who are growing up in the national team, they're on the right way to bring a little bit again this joy to the national team to being part of a great tournament. And I hope that the next European we're going to be there. I played a lot of games now, more than 100 national team games for my country, proudly. And I don't know for how much longer I'm going to play more, but I'm trying always to doing my best. I played a lot of good games there. Now to choosing one is difficult, but if I have to choose one game for my team, was like my first game against Bulgaria in that stadium in Zenica. And this atmosphere I'm gonna never forget, and all my fans, all these fans from Bosnia, they will always stay in my heart, and whatever happened in the future, but I never will forget how they treat me from the beginning till now.
Thank you very much i pratimo te na svaku tekmu. Ako može jedno pitanje, babo će samo da pita.
Može.
Koja ti je najdraža pita?
Amazing.
Može
Amazing.
bez luka.
Hvala puno. Ćao kralju. U Brazil isto bio, svugda ide da vas prati.
Pozdrav svako.
Može. I ako Bog da jednom trez da bude.
Ako Bog da, biće.
Hvala vam.
Amazing.
Ciao.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you worldwide for coming up. Thanks a lot. And again, a big thank you to Mire, to you, to being on the stage. I think it's been an amazing opportunity for a lot of people to come in and chat with you and kind of get an insight into your life, your career, your journey, which has just been nothing short of incredible. I mean, for me personally, it's just been a privilege to know you and get to know you even more and see the man you are behind football and off the pitch. And I'm looking forward to seeing much more of that. And on behalf of Ludo Labs, a huge thank you to you for being here on the stage.
It's a pleasure for me to being here, to sharing this moment with all these fans, and I hope that with Ludo Labs we're gonna make a lot of great things in the future. To having all our fans close to us, to other players, to whoever they want, and to make them happy.
Absolutely, absolutely. And for everyone here that is not yet a Ludo Labs collector, just for everyone to know, we're going to be doing a collector raffle for a signed jersey from Miralem Pjanic himself, worn, which will be coming out to our community over the weekend. If you haven't had a chance to mint, as I mentioned, you can go to ludolabs.io. You can mint. Entry into the club is 0.15 ETH. And actually, the last thing that I want to also talk to you about, and we have another co-founder here on the stage, Ariman Veer, is our new Scout program, which will allow for our collectors to actually earn income through bringing more and more people into the game. We're really excited to announce our Scout program. Aryaman, you want to jump on?
Yes, you hear me?
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you, Faris, and thank you, Miralem, and to everyone who joined. This has been a fantastic session. As Faris says, we have a new program with Ludo Labs now called the Scout Program. We know that so many people out there are passionate about football, and for them, getting close to the players they idolize means a lot. And now you can actually earn through this passion via the Ludo Labs Scout Program. Basically, you sign up on our Discord. There's a channel called Scout Pro. On that channel, it has all the information that you need to sign up. Once you sign up, we will give you a Scout code. And if anybody goes and buys a Ludo Labs NFT using your Scout code, they receive a 15% discount, and you also receive 10% off that amount, however many NFTs they mint. So it's a really cool way for you to actually earn by spreading the word of this program, of this project rather, that brings all of us football lovers closer to our heroes. So that's the Scout program. Details can be found inside the Ludo Labs Discord. The link to the Discord is on our Twitter page and on our website, ludolabs.io. So join the Discord and check it out. By the way, there's another cool thing happening on the Discord right after this call. Faris, you want to talk about it?
For sure, for sure. So actually what we're launching, and just to put something into context, because I think it's important to also a little bit of context on that, what Ariman is actually saying by saying that is if someone brings in 66 mints, for example, that's the ability to earn 1 ETH if you do the math on 0.15. So bringing in more and more people into this space who are like-minded like us, we're just really excited, and we only want to reward the community for doing that and really building it in an organic fashion. One of the cool things we're actually doing right after this, which is going to be happening from our Discord, we're going to be putting in the link, is we do this every Thursday. It's called Trivia Thursdays, where we have a trivia quiz about football. We've had different topics. One was an international game week. One was on the Premier League. This week is on the Bundesliga. And we have a variety of prizes that we've been giving out, including free NFTs, signed jerseys, USD prizes, ETH prizes itself. And so if you're interested in coming in to do a little bit of fun trivia, then hop over onto our Discord. The link is on our Twitter page, on our Instagram page, on our website. And once again, Mire, bro, thanks a lot, man. It's been a pleasure to have you on the stage. And hopefully we do this a little bit more often as well.
Of course, we're going to do that. Pleasure.
For sure.
Thank you,
for
Mire.
sure.
Enjoy your night, everybody.
Have a good evening.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Take care.
Thank you. Good night, everybody. Thanks, Mire.
Bye.
See you on the next one. Take care, guys. Bye. Bye.